Good morning, everyone. I guess good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils, where they will host a doubleheader today for the Marshalltown Community College Tigers, and a doubleheader tomorrow. Both games scheduled for 1 and then 3:30. But after the 1 o'clock game, they take about 20 minutes, and then they will play the second game. So we're a little late getting things going. Had some snow on the right field, outfield, and getting things ready to go. Finally got that taken care of. Got a little paperwork done. We will be right back with the game. If you'll hang in there with me, I'll get some stuff going. So welcome to the broadcast. Nothing like the first pitch being hit out of the park and me not have things going. So the second baseman, Ernesto Moreno Jr. For a leadoff home run, the first pitch of the game. So the second baseman, Ernesto. So I'll see if I can get things caught up here. So the home run out to left field by Ernesto. That's a little bit high. So 2-0. I believe it's 2-1 the count, but I'm not positive. 3-0 the count. There's ball 4, so a base on balls to the shortstop, Clayton Slack. Get things to settle down here a little bit. So a runner at first base. I'm sorry, I thought you were through with that. So a runner at first base. There's a bunt in the air. Did not touch until it was out of bounds, so a foul ball is called. So Weston Durman, the first baseman, up there after the leadoff home run by Moreno, then the walk to Slack, and now Durman, the first baseman. So 0-1 the count on Durman. That's high and outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike to Durman. Suraganon will be up next. There's a ball headed into center field. And the line drive out to center field. So Caleb Adams takes care of that for the first out of the game. That's going to bring up Joel Suraganon. There's a throwback over to first base. Nothing going on over there. Back in safely is Slack, the shortstop. Cooper Carlgren on the mound for the Blue Devils. That hits him on the shoulder. So a hit by pitch. Runners at first and second. It's going to bring up Luke Pell, the center fielder. He swings through that first pitch for 0-1 the count. So a fast and furious start here for the game. The Blue Devils down 1-0 after the first hitter. Now after a line drive, we've got a walk and a hit by pitch to have 2 runners on. Strike called. 0-2 the count. Runners at first and second. Luke Pell, the center fielder at the plate. Misses just a little bit low. 1-2 the count. Misses outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Center fielder Luke Pell at the plate. Ball headed at the second baseman. Just running back to second base because he's got to come forward. So Slack is out. Stepped on second base to get the out, and that's the end of the inning. So at the end of a half an inning, the leadoff home run by Ernesto Moreno Jr., the second baseman for the Marshalltown Tigers, gets them on the board. We'll be back for the bottom of the first. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the first inning. On the mound for the Tigers of Marshalltown Community College's Josh Ironside. He's from St. Albert, Canada. He has a 14.21 ERA. Both pitchers starting today have double-digit ERAs. I'm sure that they are hoping to lower that for sure. So Dawson, Hutchison, and Bard scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Dawson starting the day. First pitch is called strike. Dawson starts the day batting .349. He leads off the game against Ironside. There's a ball headed down the right field side. Out to take care of that is the second baseman for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He'll step in with 1 out and nobody on. Hutchison starts the day batting .289. Takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. Palmer off to a slow start, but has gradually raised his average as we have moved along. Here comes the second pitch to him. Top part of the zone. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch outside part of the plate. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard starts the day batting .400. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Outside, low and outside, ball 1. Catches the outside part of the plate at the waist, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Bard. Welcome, sunshiny day, wind out of the south, blowing out to left field. That's a little bit up. 2 balls and a strike. Low and outside. 3-1 the count. Ball 4 up high, so a 2-out walk to Bard. It's going to bring up Braden Vaughter. Vaughter, the designated hitter. He starts the day batting .368. Strike right through there. 0-1 the count. Marshalltown Community College Tigers in town for a 4-game set. Was supposed to be 2 yesterday, 2 today. They're going to play 2 today and 2 tomorrow. That's low in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, Julian. Comes the 1-1. Strike outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cross the infield from left to right. Third base around to first. Suraganen, Slack, Moreno, and Arman. It's Derman at first base. Can't read my own writing. It's a little bit up or out. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Across the outfield in left to right. Pickett, Pell, and Followell in right. 3-2. Way outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks after a fly out and a strikeout. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams, the shortstop. Comes the first pitch. He squares to bunt. Third baseman's going to grab it. I bet that goes up on the board as a hit, but we'll see. Got a bunt hit for Adams. So the bases are loaded for Freeman. Freeman starts the day batting .286. Ground ball hit at the second baseman. Moreno's up with that and over to Derman for the out. So Ironside gets 2 quick outs, then a couple of walks and a bunt hit, and then a ground out to the second baseman. So at the end of 1, the Tigers lead the Blue Devils 1-0. We'll be back. Pickett's, Julin, and Ralston scheduled up to face Carlgren. Low and outside the first pitch to Pickett's, the left fielder. Duncan Pickett's has very few at-bats, starts the day at .071. Swing and a miss of that pitch. 1-2 the count. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, and Bard from left to right on the infield. Freeman, Adams, and Janelis. That misses low and outside from left to right in the outfield. Camden, Carlin on the mound with Carlgren on the mound with Carlin behind the plate. Swing and a miss of that pitch for the strikeout. So Pickett strikes out by Carlgren. That's going to bring up Julin. Julin starts the day batting .133. He'll step in with 1 out. First pitch to him misses just a little bit inside. Just catches the outside corner. So 1-1 the count on the catcher, Gage Julin. One ball, 2 strikes. Comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called, bottom part of the strike zone right down the middle. So a swing and strike out and a punch out for the first 2 outs. That's going to bring up Spencer Ralston, the designated hitter. Ralston starts the day batting .095. He'll step in with 2 outs and nobody on. Away, high ball 1. Ralston, the designated hitter, he's up there in the bottom of the second. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Number 13, Spencer Ralston, the designated hitter. Comes the 2-0. Foul ball back and over the top of us. 2 balls and a strike. Sunshiny day, a little bit of a cool breeze out of the south, blowing out to left field. Strike called outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Cooper Carlgren on the mound. He has a 15.43 ERA. Just went a little bit low on that. Low movement. If he doesn't have quite much movement, he's got a strikeout, but it sailed just a little bit low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Carlgren. There's a ball headed into left field. And that ball is down. Going to be a 2-out hit for Ralston. It's going to bring up Gabriel Followell. High and inside. Followell starts the day batting .333. He steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Safe back over at first. Got to update my scoreboard. We're in the second inning. Squares to bunt. Ball gets away from Carlin just a bit, but not enough for him to move up. Three and 0 the count. Followell, the right fielder, misses just a little bit up and in. So a 2-out walk. Going to have 2 outs and 2 on. Back to the top of the order. Number 5, Moreno. He led off the first pitch of the game with a home run. He'll step in with 2 outs and 2 on. The ball headed into right field for a base hit. And the ball just bounces in, gets away. Going to have an out at third base. So the base hit yields a run. At the end of 1.5, the Blue Devils are down to the Marshalltown Tigers 2-0. We'll be back. All right, back for another inning of work is Ironside. Scheduled up is Bosserman, Carlin, and Janess. Foul ball over the first base side. 0-1 the count on Bosserman. Bosserman starts the day batting .353. That's way up high. 1 ball and a strike. Ironside from St. Albert, Canada. Breaking pitch just gets back to the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Bosserman, Carlin, and Jeunesse, the second baseman, catcher, and right fielder. The number 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Blue Devils. Spoiled that. Breaking pitch on the inside part of the plate. One and two the count. Little bit low and outside. Comes the 2-2 in the dirt, nicely blocked by the catcher. The catcher is Julian. Comes the 3-2 breaking ball, just foul down the left field side, just wide of the bag. So we'll do the 3-2 again. Way up high, ball 4. Excuse me. So Bosserman works a leadoff walk. It's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin starts the day batting .222. A little bit inside. May have been able to take a hit by pitch if he'd have just hung in there a little bit. Runner at first base is Bosserman. Another pitch inside. 2-0 the count on Camden Carlin, the catcher. Say that 5 times real fast. Camden Carlin, the catcher. 2-0 the count. Runner at first is Bosserman. Throw over to first, back in safely is the second baseman for the Blue Devils. He yanked that one down the left field line, but it's going to be foul. Got the net blowing out a little bit in front of this camera, but it'll be all right. 2-1 the count now on Carlin. Runner goes inside and stolen base by Bosserman. Three and one the count, high and inside on that last pitch. Three balls and a strike. That's up high for ball 4. So Carlin walked as well. So Ironside walks the first 2 batters here in the bottom half of the second inning. We're going to get a visit to the mound. Nobody working in the bullpen for the Tigers. Going to get a little visit, though. 2-0 lead for the Tigers over the Blue Devils, but the Blue Devils threatening here in the bottom of the second. I'll be back. Janess at the plate. Squares to bunt, takes outside. Janess starts the day batting .667. Comes the 1-0. The bunt is down. Up with it, and no throw is made. That'll go as a bunt hit, I would assume. So now the bases are loaded. Back to the top of the order in Cole Dawson. Cole Dawson up there for the second time. He flew out in shallow right field his first time up. Way outside, nice block by Julian to get out in front of that. Dawson starts the day batting .349. He'll step in there with nobody out and the bases full of Blue Devils. Foul ball down the left field side. 1-1 the count. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Strike right through there. A little bit of a bender. Catches the inside, the middle part of the plate at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Strike 3 called, breaking pitch. Just catches the outside corner. So 1 out. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Hutchison batting .289, start of the day. In the dirt, going to get away. That's going to be a wild pitch. And a run is going to score. So now runners at second and third for Hutchison. So Hutchison with the sac fly to right field. Gabriel Followell takes care of that. So that's going to tie it at 2. It's going to bring up Bard. Bard walked his first time up. Ball headed into left field. I thought it was going to be closer to the line than that, but that's taken care of by Followell. So 2 runs in the inning. Blue Devils get it tied up 2-2 at the end of 2. We'll be back. All right, to the top of the third we go. Slack, the shortstop, will lead off here. He walked his first time up. There's a ground ball just wide of the bag. Hutchison over to grab it. No throw needed. A little bit foul. Slack started the day batting .407. He walked his first time up. Comes the 0-1 from Carlgren. Misses high and outside. 1-1 Tigers with a run in each of the first 2 innings. Blue Devils with 2 in the second. That's way low and inside. 2-1 from Cooper Carlgren. Went to high school at Washburn Rural. Comes the 2-1. Stayed up just a little bit. 3-1 the count on the shortstop, Clayton Slack. A little bit low, ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Slack by Carlgren. That's going to bring up Derman. Derman started the day batting .316. Oh, that's off the side of the helmet. So runners now at first and second. It's going to bring up Surrigan, the third baseman. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. He'll step in with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Bunts in the air back to the pitcher. Over to first for the double play. So Saraganan with the bunt that gets in the air back to the pitcher and over to first for the double play. So now runner at second base, and that's going to bring up Pell. Pell hit a ground ball to the second baseman. Had a couple of runners tied up there at second base. Ended up with a 4 unassisted, then a little run-down double play in the first inning. That's 2-0 the count to him. Strike called. 2-1 the count. Runner at second base. Tigers had runners at first and second. With nobody out, get a bunt back to the pitcher in the air and a throw over to first for the double play. There's a throw back to second. Nothing going on back there. So a ground ball hit it at the shortstop. Dawson up with that and over to Bard for the out at the end of 2.5. We're tied up at 2. I'll be back. All right, here we go to bottom of the third. That's up a little bit high. There you got the 0. I was just getting ready to bring that to your attention. We need a whole bunch more zeros up on the board for them now. 2-2 game. There's a ground ball over to the second baseman, Moreno, over to Derman for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Right through there, strike one called. Adams starts the day batting .257. There's a foul ball headed to deep left field. Hoping for that to stay fair, but not quite. Oh, and 2 the count now on Adams. He had a bunt hit his first time up to load the bases. Way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the center fielder, Caleb Adams. Breaking pitch just flared out toward right field. Second baseman takes care of that. Ernesto Moreno Jr. with that pop up. That's going to bring up Freeman, the left fielder. Freeman started the day batting .286. Step in on the left-handed side. Low and outside, first pitch to him. Strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Blue Devils batting here in the bottom of the third, tied with the Marshalltown Tigers, down for a 4-game set, 2 today and 2 tomorrow. Must have missed just a little bit low. Looked pretty good to me. 2 balls and a strike. High and outside. 3-1 the count on the left fielder, Darius Freeman. Strike outside corner at the knees. 3-2 the count.
Come on now, Josh. This pitch, bud.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Ironside. Misses just a little bit outside. 2 out, walk to Freeman. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman had a base on balls his first time up. Strike called outside corner. Nice job by the catcher there, Julian, to bring that one back in. Looked a little outside to me. Did a nice job of making it look like a strike, in my opinion. 0-1 the count. Throw back over to first. Back in safely. Over there is Freeman. Old 1 the count. 2 outs. Breaking ball hit at the shortstop. Slack over to Moreno for the 3rd out of the inning. At the end of 3, we're tied at 2. I'll be back. To the top of the fourth we go. Pickett's, Julian, and Ralston scheduled up. Foul ball back to the screen by Pickett. Pickett's. Inside, so 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Outside part of the plate at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Who drifted just a little bit low, looked pretty good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the score. Comes the 2-2. High and outside, so 3-2 the count. Last inning, he pitched around a leadoff walk and a hit by pitch. Outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to the left fielder, Pickens. Pickinson struck out his first time up. That's going to bring up Julian, the catcher. He was called out on strikes his first time up. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Runner at first. Nobody out. Close at first, but safe. 2-2 tie. Marshalltown Community College Tigers in town from Marshalltown, Iowa. Squares to bunt, takes a strike. So 0-2 the count on the catcher, Gage Julian. Strike 3 called. So twice now the catcher's been called out on strikes on the low outside corner. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ralston. He'll step in with 1 out and a runner at first. There's a fly ball headed out into right field. Drifting over to take care of that is Tyler Janess for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Followell. Followell walked his first time up. He's the right fielder. He'll step in with a runner at first base now in 2 outs. Bunts down the first base side. Bard chasing after that, trying to get it before ground, but nothing doing. Oh, and 1 the count on Followell. There's a foul ball back into the screen, so 0-2 quickly. Carlgren out in front of the right fielder, Gabriel Followell. Way up high. Ball and 2 strikes. Haven't gotten word if we're playing 2 7s today or if it's a 7 and a 9. Throw over to first, nothing doing over there. We'll see if we can't find that out. here in a little bit. Want to welcome those of you that have tuned in today. Just got a piece of him. You hate that hit by a pitch when you've got 2 strikes, but you also hate giving up the inside. So back to the top of the order. Moreno is from Chicago, Illinois. Ernesto Moreno Jr. Strike called. Moreno at the plate, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Misses outside. Pitch right back to the pitcher. Kind of fumbles around with it, but gets a hold of it in time. So Carlgren with the 1-3 over to Bard. The end of 3.5. We're tied at 2. We'll be back. Bottom half of the 4th we go, tied at 2. Carlin, Janess, and Dawson scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Carlin walked his first time up. Misses just a little bit inside, 1-0. Josh Ironside back for another inning of work from St. Albert, Canada. All the way back to the screen, so 2-0 on the catcher, Camden Carlin. He walked his first time up. Turned on that one, headed it down into the bullpen warm-up area for the Blue Devils. There's a strike right through there, so 2-2 the count as Carlin leads off the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Blue Devils. High and inside. So 3-2 the count. Comes the wind in, the 3-2. Ball headed out of play. Defense behind Ironside. From third over to first, Saraganan, Slack, Moreno, and Derman. Outfield from left to right, Pickett's, Pell, and Followell. With Julian behind the plate and Ironside on the mound. Just staying battling in there. Fouled that one away. So we'll do the 3-2 again. outside in the dirt. So leadoff walk worked by Carlin. Janess had a bunt hit his first time out. He'll step in with a runner at first base and nobody out. Low and inside, ball one. Comes the 1-0 way inside and in the dirt, nicely blocked by Gage Julian. Julian definitely with a nice block to keep that from being a wild pitch. Carlin at first, he worked a leadoff walk. That sure looked foul to me, but nonetheless called fair. And the 3 unassisted out. Hard hit ball by Janess. Works as good as a sac bunt, though. So back to the top of the order and Cole Dawson. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He steps in with a runner at second in Carlin and 1 out. This ball headed in too deep center field and headed for third. So a sac fly by Dawson. I looked down to do my paperwork, and coach is going to go out and have a visit. Didn't see what happened. Did he just step off while he was still standing there? To no avail is the visit. So after that sac fly, we get it out at third, safe going in, and then must have stepped off the bag. We'll be back. Tied at 2 at the end of 4. All right, to the top of the 5th we go. Chase Terrell in on relief for Carlgren. Terrell is from Linwood, Kansas, went to Bonner Springs. He has a 0.0 ERA, 7.1 innings worked. Just a little bit misses inside. Schlack, Derman, and Suraganen scheduled up. There's a ball headed over to Hutchison. He's up with it and over to first. Schlack is from Viroquois, Wisconsin. That's going to bring up Sarah Gannon. Excuse me, Derman. Derman is from Neosho, Missouri. Outside. 1-2 the count on the first baseman, Weston Derman. He lined out to center field and's been hit by a pitch. Fouls that one out of play. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Just slapped that into right field on that pitch way outside by Terrell. A nice pitch, and then he just muscles it into right field for a 1-out hit. It's going to bring up Sarah Gannon from Pickering, Canada. Owen won the count. Misses just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Sarah Gannon was hit by a pitch and bunted in the air back to the pitcher for a double play. 1-2 the count. Ball headed down the right field side and out of play. Bard holding the runner at first. Terrell on in relief of Carlgren. 1-2 the count. Suraganen at the plate. Fouled another one off. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Strike 3 called. The bender catches the outside corner. It's going to bring up Luke Pell. Pell's going to be up there with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Strike on the outside corner. Pell is from Joliet, Illinois. And caught stealing at second base. So Pell will be up when we come back. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tied at 2. We'll be back. Bottom half of the fifth we go. Hutchison, Bard, and Vaughter scheduled up. Hutchison is from Hayes, Kansas. He'll face Ironside, who's back for his fifth inning of work. That's hit high on the infield. Coming in to take care of that is the third baseman, Joel Saraganen. It's going to bring up Bard. Brendan Bard, the first baseman. He's from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Piper High School. He'll step in with one out. Strike inside corner at the knees. The ball headed at the shortstop. Slack, he's up with it and over to first base. And Derman for the 6-3 ground out. It's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter is from Topeka, Kansas, went to Seaman High School. Takes a strike outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count. He steps in on the left-handed side. Tied at 2 with 2 outs. Just a little bit low. Looked pretty good to me, but we'll take the 1-1 call here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth inning action. Breaking pitch just stays a little bit outside, didn't break quite enough. 2-1 the count on Braden Vaughter, the designated hitter. Strike right through there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, all tied up at 2. Comes the 2-2 from Ironside. Pitch out into shallow left field. Fielder's having a hard time finding it, so that's going to be an up in the sun double for Vaughter. It's going to bring up Adams. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Adams has a bunt hit and a pop out into shallow right field to the second baseman. Nicely blocked by the catcher, Gage Julin. 1-0 the count. Tied at 2. Bottom of the fifth inning action. Welcome to everyone watching and or listening today. There's a line drive rocket right at the third baseman. Saraganen moves his head over, brings his glove up, puts that one away. We go to the top of the 6th. We're tied up at 2. To the top of the sixth we go. Pell, Pickets, and Julian. Misses just a little bit outside. Pell is from Juliet, Illinois. Offered at that one, so 1-1 the count. He was in the box during the caught stealing to end the fifth inning. Terrell in for his second inning of work today. Strike called, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He faced the minimum in the fifth, but there was a base hit in that. There's a ball headed toward right field, just past the diving Bosserman for a leadoff hit for Pell. That's going to bring up Pickets. Pickets is from Kensington, Prince Edward Island, Canada. 0-1 the count. Foul ball backing out of play. Duncan Pickets, the left fielder, misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Duncan Pickets. Just misses. 2-2 the count. Foul ball backing out of play over the third base dugout. We'll do the 2-2 again. Throw over to first. My camera a little slow getting there. Check swing, foul back. We'll do the 2-2 again. Can I have the line up there? Thank you. Back over to first again. Do you know which side this is? Has he got the same thing on both sides? Swing and a miss of that pitch for the first out of the inning. So runner at first base. Gage Julian, the catcher, coming up. He's been called out on strikes 2 times. He is from Elkhorn, Nebraska. He'll step in with 1 out. Had a base hit to right field, then a strikeout. Julian, the catcher, he's been called out on strikes twice. I'm sure that we'd like to get that again, but I'm sure he'd like to do otherwise. There's a swing and a miss. So 0-2 the count. Julian risking going down by strikes 3 times in a row. Way outside, 1-2 the count. Not chasing that far outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Terrell, actually over to first and back in there safely. Quick tag by Barton, but still not in time. Pell was back in safely. Strike 3 called. Not sure if that was a called or a swinging check swing that he called a strike, but nonetheless, Julian is out for the 3rd time. That's going to bring up Ralston, the designated hitter. Spencer Ralston, he's from Overland Park, Kansas. He'll step in with 2 outs now. There's a strike outside part of the plate. Once Terrell comes in the game, he gets on the mound and he starts coming down the hill with a little sidearm action. There's another pitch, catches the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Runner at first. Way outside. 1-2 the count. Top of the 6th action, all knotted up at 2. There's a swing and a miss. So at the end of 5 1/2, we're tied up at 2. We'll take a break. We'll be back. To the bottom half of the 6th we go, tied at 2. Freeman, Bosserman, and Carlin scheduled up. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas. Went to Shawnee Mission Southwest. That's foul. Shawnee Mission Northwest. As he was bunting, I was starting to report that and not sure what I said. Shawnee Mission Northwest. 0-1 the count. He's grounded to the second baseman. Just misses there, 1-1. Grounded out to the second baseman and reached on a base on balls. Fly ball into left center. Luke Pell takes care of that for the out. It's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri. Went to Green Valley High School, and then they moved to Oak Grove. That must have missed just a little bit high. Pretty good breaking pitch. 1-0 the count to Bosserman. Bosserman has walked and grounded out to the shortstop. A little bit low, 2-0 the count. Josh Ironside has gone all the way so far for the Tigers of Marshalltown. There's a pitch low and inside that Bosserman wanted a shot at. Fouled it over toward the third base dugout. Two balls and a strike. Foul ball back and into the screen. in the dirt. So 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Do you ever hear anything about whether we're playing 7 or 9? There's a ball headed right up the middle and taken care of by Luke Pell. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin, the catcher, he's from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. 2 outs, tied at 2. Strike right through there. Just misses a little bit low. Looked pretty good to me. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carlin at the plate. He's walked twice. There's a ball headed into center field. And back to run that down is the center fielder, Luke Pell, with a nice play for that out. We go to the top of the 7th. We're all tied up at 2. We'll be back. Top of the 7th, tied at 2, playing 2 7-inning games today. That probably means we'll play 7 innings tomorrow. Gabriel Followell, Moreno, and Slack scheduled up. Foul ball off the foot. Followell is from Des Moines, Iowa. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. Fouled that one off for an 0-1 count. There's a ball headed into left field. It's going to be taken care of by Freeman. So back to the top of the order, and Moreno. Moreno is from Chicago, Illinois. He'll be up there with. There's hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Slack. Slack will be up there with 1 out and a runner at first base to face Terrell. Strike outside part of the plate at the knees. Ball headed to deep left field on the run. That's going to plug the gap, extra bases. And he's safe at home. So an RBI double by Slack. Puts the Tigers ahead 3-2. That's going to bring up Derman. There's a soft line drive taken care of by Bosserman right out behind second base. It's going to bring up Sarah Gannon. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at second base. There's a hit by a pitch. So Sarah Gannon has been hit by a pitch twice. Bunted in the air back to the pitcher and been called out on strikes. That's going to bring up Pell. Pell's grounded out twice and had a base hit to right field. Misses outside, 1-0 the count. Runners at first and second base. Luke Pell, the center fielder, at the plate. 2 outs. Just misses a little bit outside. Think Chase is used to getting that call right there. 2-0 the count. 3-2 lead by Marshalltown on the RBI double by Slack. Misses outside again. 3-0 the count. Strike right through there. Runners at first and second. Misses a little bit outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk. 1 run in the inning. That's going to bring up Pickett's. Pickett's will step in on the left-handed side. Face Terrell. Foul ball. Bases full of Tigers. Pickett's at the plate. The ball headed into deep right field. That's going to be off the wall. So a 3 RBI triple for Pickett's. Making it 6-2. There's a line drive headed into left field. So an RBI double for Julien. Makes it 7-2. So that's going to bring up Ralston. Two outs, a little bit outside, faded outside. Ralston's had a base hit, a fly out to right field, and a strikeout. He's up there with 2 outs. 5 runs in the inning for the Tigers. They've taken a 7-2 lead here in the top of the 7th. There's a ball headed into right center. It's going to be an RBI base hit. For Ralston. So they've batted around. Going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information and be back. Blue Devils trail 8-2 here in the top of the 7th. So pitching change for the Blue Devils. William Hand will come in. William is from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe West High School. 2.2 innings for Terrell. Swing and fouled back to the screen. Gabriel Followell, his second at bat this inning. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, and flew out to left field. That's up high. William Hand in relief. 2 outs, 8-2 lead for the Tigers. There's a foul back to the screen, just does get a piece of it. So the Tigers bat around and have scored 6 so far. William Hand hoping to shut that off right here. Misses just a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the 7th inning. Got to get my paperwork done. There's the throw down to first base, so the strikeout and the throw down to first. We'll go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Blue Devils trail 8-2. I'll be back. All right, big inning in the top of the 7th. The Tigers go up by putting up a 6 spot. They go up by 6. Janess, Dawson, and Hutchison scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Janess has a bunt hit and a 3 unassisted bin out. It's up high. Janess is from Liberty, Missouri, went to Liberty North High School. He'll be up there to lead off the bottom of the seventh, There's a strike called, ball one strike. The Blue Devils have a lot of work to do here. Remember, this is a 7-inning scheduled game, so they need to get 6 to keep this thing going. There's a line drive into right field. So a leadoff hit by Janess. He does his part to get this thing going. So that's going to bring up Dawson. Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. Been through the lineup with their positions now once. So let's just get down to playing some ball and see if we can get some work done here to salvage this one. 8-2. Inside, 1-0 the count. Dawson popped out to the second baseman, been called out on strikes and out on a fly to center field. So ball's headed down to first base by the catcher Jewell and down to Derman, but back in safely is Janess. 2-0 the count now. Strike right down the middle. 2 balls and a strike. Comes the 2-1 from Ironside. That one's a little bit low. So 3-1 the count. Strike right through there. 3-2 the count, nobody out. Lead off base hit by Tyler Janess to right field. Blue Devils down by 6. 7-inning scheduled game for anybody that just joined us. It's a high chopper to the third baseman. Over to second base. Going to be not sure if that's going to be a throwing error or an error on the second baseman. See what they score on the scoreboard here. The high chopper hit or on the second baseman. Going to get a visit to the mound. Going to be an error on the second baseman. Felt like the throw from the third baseman. Suraganon got to Moreno in time. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information. We'll be back. Pitching change made. Trent Severino from Olathe, Kansas will come in. He has a 10.13 ERA. His job is to come in here and get 3 outs to get this one taken care of by the Tigers. Blue Devils are hoping to have a little magic here. They need 6 runs to keep this thing going. Palmer Hutchison be up next. He is struck out, had a sac fly to right field to move a runner up and popped out to the third baseman on the infield. He'll step in with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Trent Severino on in relief of Josh Ironside. Ironside goes 6 innings. Strike right through there. Right-handed pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. 0-1 the count. Way outside, it's going to be a wild pitch, letting the runners move up. So runners now at second and third to Hutchison. 1-1 the count on him. Comes the 1-1. Misses outside. 2-1 the count. Game is a 7-inning scheduled games. So down to their last inning here, unless they can make some magic happen with these 2 runners on with nobody out. Hutchison at the plate. There's an RBI base hit into right field. Gonna just hold him up at third. We need a lot of runs, so an RBI hit for Hutchison. Didn't try and do too much with it, just hit it into right field on that pitch outside part of the zone. So 8-3 now. Runners at the corners. That brings up Bard. Bard has walked a fly out and a ground out. That misses outside. One run in the inning, still nobody out. 8-3. Blue Devils need 5 more runs to keep this one going. It's a little bit high. So 2-0 the count to Brendan Bard, the first baseman. Bard would like to get something at least on the outfield grass, if not outside the fence grass. We'll see. There's a strike called inside corner at the knees. 2-1 the count. Janess at third. Dawson at. Who? Strike called there. Hutchison at first. Dawson at third. Way outside and in the dirt, nicely blocked by Julian. Saved a run there, did he. So 3-2 the count. Not sure if Bard will get anything too good here to hit. We'll see. 3-2 the count. There's a ball headed to deep left field. I believe that's going to be out of here. So Bard with the 3-run home run. make things a little more interesting. So that makes it 8-6 with nobody out. Going to get a visit to the mound. Not sure if we're going to get a change or not. But scheduled up now is Vaughter. Vaughter, Adams, and Freeman scheduled up. 8-6 now. So that's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter's the designated hitter. He's walked, grounded out to the second baseman, and had a double to left field. He will step in with nobody out to face Severino. Severino gives up the 3-run home run. A little bit high and outside. 1-0 the count. Comes the wind and the 1-0 by Severino, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. So the Blue Devils were down by was it 8, Jet Buck? Jet Buck is going to go in and run for Vaughter. Adams at the plate. Inside breaking pitch just almost hits him. Adams with a bunt hit, a fly out to the second baseman, and a wicked line drive at the third baseman his last time up. Strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-6 the score. We were all tied till we got to the 7th, and the Tigers put up 6 to go up 6, and now 4 runs in the inning to cut the deficit to 2. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Adams. Runner at first after the hit by pitch of Vaughter after the 3-run home run by Bard. There's a foul ball backing out of play. So we'll do the 1-2 again. Still nobody out. 4 runs in the inning to cut the 6-run lead down to 2. Here in the final frame of this one, 7-inning game. Breaking ball headed into right field. Followell comes in and takes care of that for the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman has a ground out, a walk, and a fly out to the center fielder. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information and we'll be back after this. Pitching change made by the Tigers, Sam Turpa. Sam Turpa is from Minnetonka, Minnesota. He has a 7.5 OERA. He'll come in to try and finish this thing out. Freeman and Bosserman, the next two scheduled up, barring the double play here. But Freeman will step in on the left-handed side to face Turpa, who comes in relief. Josh Ironside pitches a strong first 6 innings. Then Severino comes in and gives up the home run. So Freeman steps in. 1 out on the scoreboard, runner at first base. Strike right through there by Turpa. Sam Turpa, number 20. 0-1 the count on Freeman. Freeman, the tying run at the plate. Breaking pitch stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 8-6 lead for the Tigers of Marshalltown, Iowa. Way inside. 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first base is Jet Buck, pinch running after the hit by a pitch of Vaughter. That's low and inside. 3-1 the count. Three balls and a strike to Freeman. There's a line drive right back up the middle. So a line drive base hit by Freeman. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman has walked, grounded out, been out on a fly to center field. He'll step in with runners at first and second. So the tying run now at first, and the winning run is at the plate in Bosserman. Bosserman mad at himself that he didn't take that one, I think, and get hit by a pitch. He's right up on that plate, tight. Probably could have allowed himself to get hit, but he did not stand in there. Way outside, so 2-0 the count. Runners at first and second. Buck at second. Freeman at first. Bosserman, the second baseman, at the plate. And there's a wild pitch. Gonna let the runners move up. So now runners at second and third. Bosserman at the plate. There's a strike right through there. If Bosserman can get something on the outfield grass, got a chance of tying this thing up. Buck at third, Freeman at second. There's a ball headed into center field, kind of shallow. That ball's going to be caught, and we've got a throw coming at home. So a sack fly by Bosserman. Gets it down to a 1-run lead. Eight-7, we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Pablo Sanchez from Sidra, Puerto Rico is going to pinch hit for the Blue Devils. The tying run at second base with 2 outs. There's a foul ball screamed over the dugout at first base. Freeman at second. Pinch hitting Pablo Sanchez at the plate. 2 outs. Sam Turpa trying to finish this thing off for the Tigers. Pinch hitter Sanchez hoping to tie this thing up. Got a balk call, going to move Freeman. So the tying run now just 90 feet away. On the balk. So now the tying run at third. There's a ground ball headed at the second baseman. So Moreno up with it and over to Derman for the final out. So an exciting end to this one. The Blue Devils lose the first one to the Marshalltown Community College Tigers 8-7. We'll take about a 20-minute break. We'll switch our umpires. We'll get our pitchers ready, and we'll be back for the second one. Thanks for watching. We'll go to the other link in about 20 minutes, and we'll bring you this second one. Thanks for watching. Blue Devils lose the first one to Marshalltown 8-7. We'll be back for the second game of the day in about 20 minutes. We'll be back.